So when the air enter into the trachea, then they have the choice to either enter into the right lung or the left lung. Okay, so it depends on which bronchus they enter. Okay, if they enter into the right bronchus, they will enter into the right lung. So and vice versa, they enter into the left lungs through the left bronchus. Okay, so we have a pair of these bronchus, okay, a bronchi. Okay, so first thing, same, they do have the mucosa. Okay, for bronchus, they do have the mucosa, and you look at the types of the cells that form the mucosa layer is the pseudo stratified ciliated columnar epithelial cells and also goblet cells. Okay, so basically similar in terms of row, the same. Okay, and we do know that trachea, they have incomplete C-shaped cartilage. But for bronchus, you can see that they don't have this incomplete C-shaped cartilage anymore, but it changed it to irregular block. Okay, and as we know that for cartilage, what is their functions? They provide the support, okay, to keep the airway open, and they also prevent the bronchus from collapsing. Okay, because when the air pressure inside the bronchus decrease, okay, then definitely it will collapse. So where is the cartilage? If you look at the diagram in 7.9, you can see that cartilage actually, they are here. Can you see that? The dot and dot thingy? So this is the cartilage. So this is the cartilage, another cartilage. So they form this kind of cartilage called irregular block of cartilage. It's like patch of the cartilage. Okay, so what's so important about this patch cartilage? Because in bronchus, we need to regulate the diameter even more compared to the trachea, because trachea, they are quite large already. Can I see that? Trachea, they're quite large. Okay, so the airflow shouldn't be a problem. But in bronchus, if inhalation takes place, we want to expand. Okay, and also we want to actually reduce the bronchus if, let's say, there is, less air. Okay, so the airflow. So then how we do? We actually can expand and decrease the diameter of bronchus, but we don't want the decrease of the bronchus too much. Okay, so when you decrease the diameter of the bronchus, you can see that this cartilage and these two cartilage, they come close together and then they stop the bronchus from collapsing. Are you clear? Okay, how about smooth muscle? If you look at a smooth muscle in the trachea, they only appear at the end of the cartilage, but the smooth muscle, how you identify the smooth muscle here? Can you see the spindle shape? So this spindle shape smooth muscle. So the smooth muscle actually present continuously around the bronchi. So what is the function of smooth muscle again? So smooth muscle, basically the contraction of smooth muscle and relaxation of smooth muscle now can regulate the diameter of the bronchus. Are you clear? Okay, so in terms of structures, here you can see that why we do have a heavily, or what we call the quite intensely stained cells here. So those are the pseudo stratified ciliated columnar epithelium. Why they are heavily stained? If let's say they align it, nicely, when they align it nicely, then you can see that they won't be heavily stained because all the same, it will form one line. But in this case, it's not one line. You can see that it's scattered. So because of the pseudo stratified ciliated columnar epithelium, okay, it gives us the wrong idea. There are many layers, but in fact, they only have one layer. Okay, so you can see the pinkish line here. They are brush border, the pinkish line. Can you see that? Those are the cilia. Okay, so bronchus, what you need to know, generally, they have the mucosa layer. So this mucosa layer formed by the pseudo-stratified ciliated columnar epithelium and also the goblet cell. So the function is similar to those in the trachea. Second, in terms of the submucosa, same thing, submucosa of the bronchus also contains the blood vessel as well as the mucus glands. Okay, so in this diagram, you won't be able to see a mucus glands very clearly. Okay, so these are the submucosa. Can you see that? This smooth muscle. So between the smooth muscle and also the mucosa, we have the region called submucosa. Okay. Now, next, what we have after that, we have the cartilage. So this cartilage, can you see that? The cartilage. So this cartilage actually same functions as the cartilage in the trachea. Slightly different here is the cartilage is not forming what is not formed, or they do not form, sorry, they do not form the incomplete C-shaped cartilage, but they form this what we call the irregular blocks. But the function is still the same, provides the structural support to prevent the bronchus from collapsing and keep the airway open. Okay, so the smooth muscle, they do have a smooth muscle, but the smooth muscle now present continuously around this bronchi, so that the contractions and relaxations of the smooth muscle allow the change or regulations of the bronchus. So with this, I've done for the bronchus, so quite simple. Okay,